1, 2, 3, 4.
Right, so hi, it is I, Jerry, and this is Saved by the Dice, and the bears have taken over, and I'm terrified because this is scary. It is absolutely. How do you do this? Everything, Jeff, is
with style and panache.
it's so
And the
scary.
level of I don't give a that's a little terrifying.
That is
Good job.
that is right. There will be no terrible swearing today for this video. Hopefully will be for all ages and creeds, that anyone can watch this nightmare unfold. Well, I hope it'll be funny. I mostly hope that it will be funny. So, who do we have in detention this Sunday playing our happy little panda? Well, I don't know that. That's an assumption. Is he happy, Eric?
No, he's quite annoyed. There's not enough bamboo here.
There's not enough bamboo here. Aw, that's
And
tragic.
everyone keeps talking of honey. I want honey.
You want honey? Okay. All right. Our polar bear today. Some say he is Lord of the Dance and Turtles. All we know is he's the Rage.
I play the polar bear, Sir Mutton Chops the Fifth, and yeah, his main thing is he's swole as heck.
Take with that what you will.
Roar.
Our sun bear, our very happy sun bear, is Koa.
My bear's name is Soul. He's a bear and he likes honey.
It's a bear and he likes honey. And our intrepid, plucky bear of a different color, who is, for all intents and purposes, today a grizzly bear, because there's no such thing as a bear of different color. Jeff?
Gentlemen, I have summoned you all here for a singular purpose. And that purpose is to acquire honey and the freedom to eat what we wish to eat.
All right, so usually on Saved by the Dice, you can buy dice to help aid in play and affect the game and stuff. However, since this is sort of an anomaly, an anomaly or whatever. And do we have any other like announcement type things?
Roar.
When this is over, we'll be doing Shatterpoint the Revenant.
This is true. That would be true.
Monday's Out of the Abyss.
Right.
And Wednesday is Pendragon Academy. And Saturday is The Broken World.
Honey Heist is written by Grant Howitt. So if you're interested in this game, you can just search and you can find it. It's like a one-sheet thing. It's really, really cute. Don't you? None of you go looking things up now. Okay.
Already done.
Yep. You gave us too much information.
I spent a good 6 hours looking up Honey Heist, so...
He looked up a walkthrough.
Okay.
Toad's cheating.
Okay. And
We know about
also
the secret muffins.
Yep.
some of the character art as well. I forget his name, but if you like search Honey Heist like on Twitter, you'll come up. He's made this pretty good game art if you want to play the Honey Heist. I did mod them some, but it is terrific stuff, and I think we will get underway. So
It seems like it's a really good system for getting people into role-playing games without
is.
overwhelming them
It
with
is.
like a full-fledged D&D game or something.
Real quick, just to run over the parameters, you have two stats. You have bear, you have criminal. Whenever the plan, whenever y'all have successes and stuff, y'all are good. When the plan goes a bit wonky, you get frustrated and you get all more bear. And so that's, you'll have to move a point from criminal to bear. But you can also move a point from bear to criminal by having a flashback, if you will, of other criminal acts or things that y'all have done together that were maybe a bit delinquent, some, misdemeanors, what have you. And depending on if you want to move a stat back to bear instead of eating or from criminal to bear, I might allow a flashback if it is really good. Otherwise, you're going to have to get a little taste of honey to put points from criminal back into bear. I think really that's all the mechanics. When you have advantage, you roll 2d6. Otherwise, it is 1. You're like, say you have 3 points in bear, you need to roll a 3 or less. If you roll over, that's a fail. 1 is kind of a crit. 6, unless you have like 6 point in a certain stat, a crit failure. If at any point, and you can't be at 6 in any stat for very long, oh Jeff, out the door, not good. If you have 6 in any point, either the cops will come and arrest you, or you will be carted off to the zoo for being a rabid, insane, danger to society. So you have to
So
be
what you're
crafty.
saying is, it is not okay for Sir Mutton Chops V to be a juggalo. Insane clown posse. Come on.
Uh, let's get underway. So, it is morning. And to foster the cooperation and strength and unity through joy, a festival is being held in Oakland. It is billed as the Jubilant Milk and Honey Fete, in celebration of the newly formed governance of the Feywild. This occasion is also the first time Oakland will open to the public. It is very, very important to a certain little gnome that everything is absolutely right and perfect. However, due to all the many, many responsibilities that this attractive, charitable, noble, humble, talented, best hair in all of creation gnome has, had, a certain bear took advantage of being left to his own devices and,
Rawr.
and overly indulged in one too many cookies. Because of this bear has become very, very fluffy. His headline act for the Milk and Honey Fete has had to be cut from the festivities, and he has been put on a diet. That's right, he's on a Topsy, the fount of benevolence, however, realizing that although he would not be able to participate in the celebration and all the many, many celebratory goodies, he shouldn't be left by himself. So, it is early morning on the grand day in question, and you find yourselves all sitting together in a circle in a very comfortable forest with a certain little gnome on a flying carpet.
What?
Yes, she is on a flying carpet. So, Trala, the little gnome perks up and says, Trala, I know that this is very difficult for you, and I know how much you wanted to be part of everything, but you have a certain image to uphold being an oak song. You know this. I know this. We all know this. And you had one too many cookies. So, I'm going to have to ask you to be a good bear and stay here with your friends. Y'all can go most anywhere, but no more sweet treats. Okay? I know. I'm not a complete heartless person. I realize that this is also very trying for your friends as well. So, I will give each of you 2 little honey treats, all right? All right? She's basically bribing you at this point.
Can I try to steal one of the honey treats from somebody else so I have 3 honey treats?
We'll get to that in just a second. Just one moment. So, Charles, I'm gonna go, but I will be back here as soon as everything is done and over with, all right? Be good bears. All of you, hold up your little paws. Do y'all hold up your little paws?
I do.
Yes, Trala awkwardly squats down and is just kind of lumbery. Just lifts a
Yeah.
paw kind of weakly. Like,
Yeah.
And
Pot kind of
and
just goes, just like swipes at the air, just.
yeah, I want you all to promise that you will be good bears.
I cross one of my paw fingers
Of course you do.
and say yes.
All right. Shoots off on our little carpet towards the you know, the castle area. Now that you are all alone, the day is yours. What will you do? Trala, to not only have your show cut, you are an authority on all things honey. You should have been, you know, in charge of the event. It is most unfair. You feel very, very unappreciated. With that, y'all can do what y'all are gonna do. What are y'all gonna do?
well, the first thing I would like to do is to initiate a flashback.
Ooh, okay. What is this flashback?
Cut to several weeks prior,
Ah,
and
all
and
right.
Trala hearing about the festivities that are going on,
Mm,
and as he's listening in on this, he starts to get an idea, and so he begins his quest. And it's a
mm,
very difficult quest. It
is
requires a lot of soul searching and sacrifice on his part, as he hides
mm,
away every cookie that he's given, and he only eats just the bare minimum because
really?
he's a bear.
I get it.
And as he goes along, he gathers essentially what is the stuffing from all of his little stuffed animals. He starts like
Oh,
pulling some
okay.
out of a leg here, an arm there, and
All
gathering
right.
them up underneath this great big bearskin rug that he managed to find on the
He has a
property.
bearskin rug in
That's
his
not
room. That's
right.
morbid.
Well, as I say, it
It's a
requires
polar
great
bear rug.
sacrifice.
Could it not be a six-legged tiger?
Yeah, a
No,
tiger rug would be better, more appropriate.
not for his
Okay.
purpose.
Okay.
But
All
he has
right.
essentially formed for himself a suit reminiscent of that used by Eddie Murphy whenever he was in what the hell is that movie?
Coming to America.
No,
Okay.
the huge guy.
Dr. Doolittle.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, let's
Shrek.
He
keep
basically
it
made
in.
himself a fat suit.
Okay, Big
Oh,
Mama or whatever. Like
Yeah,
no, it's not
that
it
was
either. It's
Martin
something
Professor,
along
Nutty
those
Lawrence.
Professor.
lines.
That was
No, that was
Martin Lawrence.
Medea. That's Tyler
Big
Perry,
Mama.
or I think.
Oh, it doesn't
I
matter.
don't know. There's so many movies like that, but yes, essentially Trala has slowly but surely created this fat suit in order to gain the freedom necessary to pull off what he wishes to pull off.
Okay. All right. So
During his flashback, can I steal one of his treats?
roll criminal. Roll me
All right.
1d6.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, you're not in Fantasy Grounds?
No, I should be, huh? I don't.
That would
I
help.
will though.
Yeah. You rolled a 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Trala, you also roll a d6.
3.
He gets it.
Nice.
Damn you.
I know.
I'm gonna eat it before he finds out I
But
took it.
but
Hey,
the end
what?
result of the
Now,
flashback is basically he
you took it, but
snaps
how
off
well?
this
Yeah.
suit.
But how well did you hide that you're gonna? You got it, but now you have to roll to make sure that they don't see you eat it.
I'm gonna
So
eat it and pretend like it was the one I had, and put the other one in one of my jowls in my face.
I'm gonna have to
Can I-
ask you to roll another criminal
Make a sleight
to
of
be able to
jowls
do
check.
that.
Can I
Sleight of
roll?
jowls check.
Can I roll a bear to see if
Rolled
I
a
see
4.
this?
You failed. Y'all each roll bear. Roll me bear. 2, 1. Good. Okay. Who's nope? Is that Rage?
That would be rage, yes.
Okay. So Jeff, you don't get it, but Pawn,
I'm too
polar
busy
bear,
marveling at my own genius.
and you, Panda, Mutton Chops, and Pawn, you both see him eat, and you saw that wasn't one of his pieces, because you see that he still has two. So, what do y'all do?
Hey.
I'm chewing and smiling.
Sir Mutton Chops is just gonna kind of waddle over and give him one as he go. After that, he's just gonna go fishing. Polar bear.
Well, I need a host address, y'all.
Oh,
It's on Fantasy Grounds.
He posted it under tutorial for some reason.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
all the way at the top.
It got moved. Here. Sorry, I thought you was already in, dude. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have? Oh, I guess when you enter, it'll say. All right.
Yep.
So you say you say something about it, Pawn?
I mean, I'll just be like, hey.
I'll be like, war.
I want honey.
Well, you have two pieces of honey.
Yeah, I want more honey.
You want more honey?
I'll
Okay.
tell you what. Give me two of yours. And I'll give you one of mine.
No, they're mine. No.
So, Jeff, since you had this like ingenious little flashlight, you have 4 in criminal.
Nice.
You have 4 in criminal.
I'm going to look around to the others. Not really concerned about the snack, but I haven't even noticed it's gone anyway. So. But
Okay.
I say,
Pawn would
more
just
honey,
say,
you say?
He took your honey.
No.
I look over.
I'll just kind of like very lazily swat at him. It's like, give it back.
I already ate it.
Oh,
My
I'm
friends,
sorry.
if you will come with me, we can all have more honey than we could ever possibly eat.
Is there any bamboo here?
Is that like grass?
Yes.
There's lots of grass.
Okay.
By the way, the panda's power is that he can eat anything that looks even remotely like bamboo.
Ooh,
And
cool.
you get a plus or 2 dice whenever you roll to eat something that looks a bit like bamboo.
That witness looks like bamboo.
So
I go charging.
you go. Where do you go?
I just start lumbling lazily towards this fork in the road.
Okay, this fork in the roll. Roll me. Let's see. Where is he?
Do I see anything I could drive?
Not just yet. Not just yet. Let me see. Also remember that your personalities, you're retired.
Mm-hmm.
Koa and Rage, your personality type is rookie, and Trala is slick, which I think that y'all are kind
Exactly
of.
why Sir Mutton Chops the fifth is going for a swim to try and get some fish.
Okay, so what direction are you going?
Whichever direction is the water.
Oh, okay.
To the right.
Yeah. So, you and as Trala was trying to explain something, both of you start moving forward. Roll me each a bear, 1 bear each.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
I failed there.
Yeah, you fell as a bear a bit. But it doesn't matter. You're not taking points because this is not something to get frustrated with.
Okay.
Sir Mutton Chops, you hear a little voice, and it's coming more. Let me see here. Why isn't it letting me unmask here? All right. So you hear a little voice, and you think that it might. You can't tell. It's so squeaky that it is almost unintelligible to you.
Sorry, I farted.
It's not like that. It's not from behind. It's from, sort of in front of you ish. It's not from behind. You're behind him now at this point.
Sorry.
It was just unrelated. He was just apologizing.
Okay. Well, as you
Do I have to
do.
roll a bear check for that? No. Okay.
No.
It could be considered criminal.
No. Do you investigate the tiny little
Should
squeaky
so
noise?
investigate.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
All right. As you get closer, you kind of start to be able to understand what it's saying. It's saying, "Make way! Make way! Make way!" So, do you still continue on?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What you see is a little tiny dormouse looking thing. You see this little guy. And he is just make way for the Boar Lord.
Oh Lord.
The poor lord. What are you talking about, little one?
You don't know the Boar Lord?
No.
I know him. Does he have any honey?
Of course not. Of course not. He deals strictly in truffles.
It's like truffles.
Truffles
right.
taste bad.
Yeah. And so following behind him, moments later, is this guy.
Oh my god.
This is the Boar Lord, and apparently he has somehow gotten this little dormouse in his employ to run ahead of him every 10 feet and proclaim his arrival.
I give him props. I throw a bear sign.
So, coming upon, I don't think that he's ever seen so many, bears together, especially of different creed. Because he's from the Beastlands, but it's just odd that a polar bear, a panda, and a sun bear, and a grizzly bear of a different color would just be all together in harmony.
Great Boar Lord, we come for your truffles.
Honey and bamboo.
Which is it? Honey, truffles, or bamboo?
Honey.
Sure,
You do
honey.
not sound sure about that.
Honey.
Well, the panda likes bamboo, and I don't think any of us know what truffles are, so...
They taste like butt.
Okay, truffles too.
Truffles are delectable. In fact, that's why my mother called me Truffles. I was such a cute baby. Anyway, I don't really have any of those things on me as I am off today. I'm not really doing anything. I'm surprised you're not up at the festival, Trala.
We're going to the festival, weren't we, guys?
Yeah.
That's where the honey is. Is this boar big enough for me to get on top and try to ride him?
No. No, he is not.
Should probably ask first.
I just zoomed in so that you would be able to see the icon.
You'll get sent to HR if you just try
Yeah. And plus, you're not going to hitch a ride on the Boar Lord.
Okay, can I have a... No, never mind.
Well, I actually tell a lie. I knew that you wouldn't be at the festival because everyone knows that you've gained weight, Trala. It's not it's the talk of the water hole. I was just trying to be nice.
It is that at that moment that I decide to do my Kaiser Soze level reveal and step out of my fat suit, revealing that I am not have not gained weight. I am ready for a heist.
Meanwhile, the suit does. When he takes it off, he looks exactly the same.
He somehow gains weight.
Truffle goes,
Mm-hmm.
well,
It was all a
Why'd you
clever
not-
ruse.
but why? If you have plenty of honey, couldn't you now just go to the honey fest? I mean, why go if you have all of that? I'm confused.
Well, we want more. My friends here, we're all looking for a lot of honey. A lot of very
Ah.
special honey. Very rare. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
I suppose I do. Don't. Anyway, you're gonna have a tough time getting in there. I suggest you visit the bunnies of a different color.
What do the bunnies know?
Oh, the bunnies, they know everything. Everything. They've got all the tech that you would need to be able to get in there.
Where will we find them?
Under the hippopotamus statue, of course.
Oh, of course.
Trala. I don't trust
Yeah.
bunnies.
We're totally going secretive Nims. The bunnies live under a statue. Only it's not a bush, it's a statue, but it's still kind of, thing. Anyway,
With a cinder block?
no.
No. Okay.
No. Anyway, you just cross that bridge up ahead, and you'll come to the bunny statue. I mean, the hippopotamus statue. It's got a tutu. It's very funny.
You don't think we should trust the board lord? That's what I got from that.
No, the board lord's fine. The bunny's a different color. I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but
We should definitely be careful.
They're fast and I can't catch them.
I hear they eat grass.
Grass? No.
Hey.
The bunnies of a different color don't eat grass. They're all about the corn. All about the corn.
I thought you said coin for a second. I was like, what?
No, both actually.
They like money?
Not really. It's more about the corn. C-O-R-N.
Mm.
Corn.
I used to be paid in corn.
Really? Does it taste good?
Maybe we can
Nothing
help
like
them if they
bamboo.
help us.
Most likely. The bunnies never give anything away for free. Never. But maybe they'll feel generous today. Who knows?
Great board lord, do you know if there's any corn fields around here?
I suspect that they will have a plan.
Alright.
So, the boar
We're
lord,
off.
the boar lord is gonna move, over more this way.
I
Good day!
bow out of
And,
respect.
And then the little mouse is gonna run ahead of him like 15 feet. Make way for the boar lord! That's all this little mouse does. Just run ahead of him and such. So,
It's a living.
are y'all actually going to go and
I think we
to
should
the
go see
hippo
bunnies.
statue?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So,
Rage is at the water. We should tell him to come on.
Oh yeah.
I'll get them.
roll bear for me as y'all are going and stuff.
Good lord.
Trolley, you fail. But it's okay. Nothing bad happens. You just, you don't look like you know where you're going very well, even though this is your home.
I can't help it.
So-
I always roll high on dice.
So they might feel like, has he really got a plan? Kind of.
I'm working
You know,
on it.
So,
My plan pretty much consisted of getting to this point.
yeah, y'all are moving up towards the bridge,
Well, I'm getting Sir Mutton Chops the Fifth first.
Okay.
Since
All
I
right.
am the driver, I need to make sure everyone is with me.
That's very astute of you. So,
Mutton Chops the Fifth, come on! We're getting honey.
What do I care about honey? I want fish.
You can put fish in honey and make it even
That
better.
makes no sense.
roll. Okay. All right. Both of you, roll me a bear each. 1d6 each.
Mhm.
You're having a bit of a hard time selling the polar bear on this honey business.
I'm gonna try to convince him that if he helps us with the honey, then I will give him my store of fish, which I don't really have.
Okay.
Oh snaps!
Roll a criminal. Oh, you fail.
Oh,
He knows you are lying.
Oops.
I'm going to place a paw on both of their shoulders, and I'm going to look to Sir Mutton Chops, and I say, if you will help us get this honey, whenever we are all full of honey and jacked up on sugar, we'll come back here, go swimming, and help you get all the fish that you can possibly eat.
Now you're speaking my language.
I'm going to make a bear check to try to get him a couple of fish for now. Maybe if I roll good, a couple of extra for later.
That
So,
Or I'll
looks
just
like
fail
fun. I want to
horribly.
help too.
He gets swallowed by a whale or something.
alrighty. So you're grassing up. Can y'all move your tokens?
Nope, you have them
No.
locked.
Oh, do I have them locked? I don't want to
Yes.
lock them. How do I unlock
Right
them?
click on one of the peoples, and
Okay.
there should be a thing for, I think it's on the left side. I can't actually see it.
There you go.
There you go. Okay, so now y'all can move. Yay! Bears roaming. Now you're walking up on the monorail system. Actually, the train system.
Well, where's this bridge you were talking about? Because I don't see a bridge.
It is right up there. He found it. The sun bear found
Okay.
it. So, everybody roll me a bear. Good.
That's like the 5th 2 in a row I've rolled.
You're doing great. So everybody but Palm. Charlotte, you see a little faint light that seems very familiar to you. Saul, you smell lemon cake.
Oh, I thought you were just saying I smell. I'm like, oh, I just took a bath.
No.
There's all those
No,
little
you
squeaky
smell
things.
you smell lemon cake. And as you get closer, and I do not have a token for him because there are no cute
I wanna-
fat fairy kings on the internet. There's a distinct lack of fat fairy.
I might have to
King.
get it commissioned.
Yeah, you might.
I want to hold up my fist like a military man would to stop the group.
You see Pond like 50 yards back, just very slowly, just trotting through the forest.
This way.
Guys, I smell something good.
The dogs seem to smell it too.
Yeah.
The hunting hounds smell the things. And
I'm not
as
gonna take a stance.
as you get closer, you hear kind of a little impromptu party going on, and you see this little ball of light. There's also one little fairy chick there who's fanning him, but he seems to the pixie king Pabloblum is catching
How
a
do you
few
spell that?
rays. Pabloblum?
He would say correctly.
Yes. And you see he's got like one of those little sun visor things, little bit of sunblock on his nose, and he's got his little sunglasses on, and he's just he was on it appears to you that he was like on his way to the celebration. Some of his court started partying, and he just couldn't be bothered. So, he's like, I'm just gonna sit down and take a little nap here. To all of you, including Pawn, now you see this very, very chubby fairy or pixie whose wings are like itty, 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 itty. Well, pixie wings are small in general, but these are like way too small. It's like I don't know what to compare it to. Jeff, how would you compare the pixie?
Well, he's a 30-pound pixie,
Yes.
With super
And-
small wings.
and they're
With
about 6
teeny
inches
tiny
tall.
wings.
So, like,
Yeah.
whenever he flies, his feet drag the ground.
They do. They do.
He
It
can't
is
really
kind of
still
adorable.
fly.
elevate.
When-
It's yeah. I think that he has somebody casting levitate on him a little bit, so you know
When-
that.
When Pond sees this, he's going to have a flashback.
Oh, what is your flashback, Pawn?
Pond's flashback will be of him in his heyday as the driver, picking up very luxurious and fantastic people to take to point A to point B. Their
Okay. All right.
destinations glorious, and the tips were wondrous, and bamboo and other assorted things like corn and things that
Okay.
appeased Pond.
Were some of these people maybe notorious?
Some of these people were indeed notorious.
Can
They-
you name us some of the notorious people, like what they
Uh,
were and so forth?
Who was the leader of the Iron Fist Guild?
Oh God, I can't
Ambron,
Ambron. Yeah.
Ambron.
Ambron, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
interesting that he trusted a bear to his chauffeuring. That's very actually, you know what? That's very open-minded of Ambron. Okay.
He
All right.
heard very good news of Pond, the luxurious and very astute driver, so I
All
rode
right.
up in my cart and I took him post haste.
All right. You can take a point in criminal. So now you
Yeah.
have 4 in criminal. So y'all are about to cross this bridge when King Pablum, his nose twitches. He's like, strawberries. Strawberries. Strawberries! And he sits up. Because Trollo, you smell like strawberries,
Mhm.
as has been canonized in the many adventures of Quite Izzy. And this little fairy's like, I want strawberries! You, strawberry bear! Here!
Yes.
Now.
Don't give up any strawberries unless he gives you some lemon cake.
I don't have any strawberries.
Don't tell him that.
Oh, I know.
Ah!
Alright, I'm going to move over to him and I do a little bear curtsy.
Okay.
Bear curtsy.
Okay, roll bear. Roll me a bear. You
Yeah.
fall over
Flump.
into the water,
Hey, grab some fish while you're in there for the bear.
but also canonized. Also has been canonized that when you are wet troll, you no longer smell like strawberries. You smell like wet dog.
Yes.
Oh no.
So I get out and shake myself off vigorously.
Onto the king.
Well, not on purpose.
Where are the strawberries? Where have they gone? All I smell is wet dog.
Sorry, I don't have any strawberries right now. You want me to find
Well,
you some?
This nose is never mistaken. There was a scent of strawberries.
Yes, that would be Tralla.
Wait a minute. He kind of like rubs his eyes because the sun was really, really bright. Hey, Tralla, I should have known better. I should have known better than to revere. I'm sorry, Tralla, and I'm so terribly sorry about your obesity. I don't have that problem, you know. I'm slim, trim, don't have any weight issues.
It's true. You are, from what I understand, 1 pound shy of obese.
I think you're fat.
You-
I clap a hand over his mouth.
We are looking for the bunnies.
bunnies. I don't know anything about any bunnies.
Do you know anything about lemon cake?
Let me. Well, that is our number one export. Our number one export is lemon cake.
Do you have any?
Of course I have. This is, however, it's my own personal stash.
I
May I
will
see
tell you
it?
you're skinny if I can have some lemon cake.
No, that is not possible. Not
Oh.
possible.
Aren't you supposed to be at the fete?
I was, but then my court decided to have a little impromptu party, and so I just decided to have a little nap, and then I smelled strawberries, and I woke up.
That's super interesting. Can I try to steal some lemon cake from
You
him?
can.
Oh no.
Fail.
Oh!
He smacks you a new one, son.
Oh,
I said no.
but,
No.
but,
No. You're a very bad bear. Bad,
While he's
please.
distracted on soul stealing a lemon cake, Sir Mutton Chops the Fifth will steal one.
Roll.
I rolled a 3.
You rolled a 3. You are at 3. You managed to do it.
Nice.
All right,
managed
never
to
mind.
Steal a lemon cake, and he says,
What if
you know,
what if I do a dance for your party?
dance for my party. Well, I dance for my party. In exchange for...
Some lemon cake for my friends.
Very well. Very well. I shall allow you to entertain us momentarily. So, roll. This is odd because, let's see, your ability is terrify.
But I am
I
an
guess it would
entertainer.
be criminal because bears don't really dance. It's a learned behavior, so I guess roll a
Damn it!
criminal. You well, I guess your weight has affected you. You're just not on your game. I can see why Topsy thought it best that you do not attend.
I hang my head ashamedly.
Oh, that's just so sad. Oh, don't do.
I
Some
just kind of peek up at him just a little bit.
If
We just wanted some cake.
if I take you the rest of the way to the party, would you give me a lemon cake?
no. I've already summoned a carpet to take us there.
But I am a professional bear.
I realize that, but these carpets.
Professional bear.
I realize that, but be that as it may, these carpets here, they are legendary, and I would so like to ride on one. It's no offense to you.
Sir Mutton Chops will kind of chime in, and that's going to lead into a flashback going, Sir, I may have something that you may be interested in.
Oh, really? What would that be?
Have you ever had a properly made lemon fish?
Lemon fish. I can't. What kind of sugar is in that?
He'll kind of point to the lemon cakes as, you see, you use these things to bread and fry a fish.
Yeah, fry, you say. Fry, you say.
And with that, Sir Mutton Chops will have a brief flashback of his early youth when he had the one or two misguided years of wanting to become a professional chef before he found the love of bodybuilding. And one of the things he learned how to do was to make fried fish, and he also remembers that lemon pairs pretty well with fish.
Lemon.
Oh, that is actually fascinating. I shall have to look at this. Yo! He like pokes because he has a cane. He pokes the fairy chick that's beside him. Make a note of all of that. Make a note of all of that. Every single blessed word. I want to try this delicacy.
Out
Well.
of character, sun bears are known to eat fruit,
Nice.
including lemons.
Most bears actually do. Well, that actually was very, very useful information. I suppose I could each one tiny little sliver of lemon cake.
I explained to the others, wars have been fought and millions have died for these lemon cakes to be made.
It is true.
What's that? He's out of cinnamon!
So the fairy king.
We must annex the next kingdom immediately!
So the pixie
Where's
king.
Rondo?
Now, what y'all fail to realize is that when he said a slice, he starts to shave a sliver of the teeniest, tiniest.
As he tries to do this, as he's focusing on that, I'll try to steal the rest of his lemon cakes.
I'm just gonna kind of move
Okay.
into the visual path and be large.
Since I was already moving away, and since you guys caught my attention, I've been at an advantageous position to kind of just sneak behind him and then grab what he has and run.
Okay. All right. Roll a criminal. Roll.
Damn it!
Oh God.
Fail.
Did I give him advantage because I was moving in the way?
You can try. Go ahead. Try.
What do I roll? Criminal?
Yes, you roll a criminal
Damn
and
it!
no.
They should both get smacked.
You very quickly with his little staff, it's whack, whack, whack.
I
and
run
you
away.
You have tears in your eyes, in your little bare eyes.
Hmm.
And
Run away.
He's a mean
Yeah.
fat fairy.
You polar bear, you may have one, and you now it's you, Saul, Pawn, and Troll. Who is it that tried to do that? You and okay, so
I got caught.
okay, so only he. Okay,
Only
the polar bear is going to get your share. King,
He doesn't even like
Sir,
lemons. He likes fish.
Sir Mutton Chop is going to get the bear share instead of the lion share. See what I did there?
Oh.
The bear share of this cake. So he's like, since your friends have been so untrustworthy, we shall rub it in their faces. And he hacks the cake in half. It's still a tiny, tiny, tiny cake, but this is overly generous. He's trying to make a statement at this point. He's like,
Let's
there,
go, guys.
you take that and eat it in front of your friends.
Thank you, my ladies.
I think the three of us could take him.
You're very welcome. And a carpet comes, and he and the rest of his group they get on it and they start flying towards the festivities. So
Before leaving, Sir Mutton Chops the Fifth is going to try and catch a fish.
oh, okay,
For right
okay.
next to some water.
Do you want me to hold your lemon cake while you go fishing?
You don't want to get that wet.
Actually, getting them wet actually helps what Sir Mutton Chops is planning on doing.
Okay, so roll since it's yours. Are you getting into the water and swimming to catch it, or what?
Yeah.
Okay,
That would
roll,
work.
I'm
roll.
gonna pretend to be a
roll
fish
two.
in case he's using it for
Since
chum.
you're swimming, roll 2d6. Oh,
Both. Oh, wait, no, the second didn't get in.
you
Okay.
You catch a fish. You didn't quite get the biggest one that you wanted, but you got a fairly sizable one.
All right, so before moving on, Sir Mutton Chops is going to look around, see if he can find some extra ingredients that he can hold on to, namely a little bit of wheat and highly doubtful, but buttermilk powder.
All right. Do you tell your buddies what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Also, to hold true to his promise, he'll eat the half of the lemon cake that the king gave him.
In front of them.
I'm gonna make a really sad bear face.
Oh.
As I see this, I just go to my back and just put all four of my legs on the ground. Just
Oh. So sad.
And with that, Sir Mutton Chops will pull out the whole lemon cake that he stole.
I hug him.
When did he roll that?
Remember,
Earlier.
way back when
Yeah,
Mom tried to steal one? It's
All
like,
right.
I
All
was
right.
like,
Okay.
Sir Mutton Chops is going to
That's
use
right.
me
That's
being
right.
distracted to steal one.
That is completely true. So Tralla, since he is trying to get these ingredients, you know that the house up ahead of you, or it's not a house, but you can see it from here because it's quite a big tree. It's a very, very large tree. In fact, it is one of the school buildings at Ocam.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that there is a culinary department in there, and that such things can be found there. So you know that tentatively it could potentially be on the way, depending on where
There
y'all
might
go
even possibly
next.
be honey.
There might be. Do y'all proceed on across the bridge, or what are y'all?
I'm going to give a rousing bear speech. I look around to the others and I say, Gentlemen, I know that this might seem a setback, but if we are united in spirit, in mind, and in heart, we can accomplish anything that we wish. Now onward!
you see Pond just asleep.
I kind of kick
I
him as I walk by.
I retired for a reason, and I just slowly get up.
Just slowly give up. That's so sad.
You retired so
trying-
that you would be perfect for this job.
Are
Don't
you
see
trying
that
to get
fate
them
has
to
brought you here, my friend?
I am here for a reason. I just move forward.
move forward? I was about to say, are you trying to get them to give you some honey? Is that what you're doing? Are you trying to get honey out of them?
Actually, I'll take one of my honeysuckles that I got from Jerry or Topsy.
Topsy.
Yeah.
Bit a bit, and eat it.
Okay, so you gain a point in bear. So you're at now what for bear?
I'm 4 for both.
Okay, you're 4 for. Actually, that's not how it works. You have 3 of 3. If you move all of your
okay.
points,
So it's 3-3. Never mind.
yeah, 3-3.
Got it.
Unless you like wanna, if you eat a bit of honey, you would take 1 from criminal and put it in bear.
Got it. So
Okay.
I'm even 3s.
Okay.
Okay, so you're keeping it. Okay, so where are y'all off to? Are you proceeding
We'll
further
have to
across
cross
the bridge?
either way, so.
Yeah.
We're off.
Your happy little bears crossing the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We can see things.
Yeah. You can see things. You cross the bridge and you see this hippo, and you see that one of the arms extending out, the hacker bear. Saul, roll to hacker. To criminal.
Nope.
So you rolled 2 d6s?
Yeah, you get advantage to that. Oh god.
No, you
Double nope.
You fail. So I suppose the next one would be the thief, which is Trala. You roll 2 d6s for me, because it's kind of a little bit thief and hacker kind of. Okay, yeah, you realize that the arm sort of like that's down the hippo's kind of pirouetting. You realize that looks a lot like a lever. Do you push it down or push it up?
Yeah,
However you think
I'm gonna
it might
give
be.
the statue a 5.
Okay, all right, you give it a bear 5. All right, so stairs appear, and it's y'all can easily fit down this stair tunnel. Do y'all proceed?
I kind of just put my front paws on like the first step, and then just crawl, like have my back legs come up to where my front paws are, go into a ball, and then accidentally just fall down the stairs.
Okay, that's adorable. Actually, points for adorable.
The driver, I'm driving myself.
Yeah. Since your bears, I think that y'all actually can see in the dark. So, but that is not necessary, as conveniently and to your surprise, these hallways have lights, and not just like your standard little candlelight. No, these are techie lights. This is very, very, very ingenious
Can I try to
stuff.
hack one of them?
I suppose you could. I'm not sure what. No.
Change their colors.
You can't.
No.
We don't have character sheets.
Damn it.
No. Okay, so you get down the stairs and you hear this little voice saying, "I cannot believe that he is here. Can you believe it, Daisy? He has spoiled all of my plans." And Daisy says, I know, tragic. How could this happen to us? We planned so long, and yet we were foiled. You see 2 little bunnies. You see that little bunny and this one.
You look so happy.
The yellow bunny is of course Sunflower. The purple one is Daisy. And these little bunnies, they're wearing little lab coats. And they have on little goggles and visors, These are very, very techie bunnies, and they are so unhappy.
I'm just laying there on my belly, just at the foot of the stairs after rolling down them.
Yeah.
Just looking up at the bunnies.
And Daisy, it would seem that we have a guest. Bear, why do you come into our lair? We are very, very, very distraught. What are you doing here?
Maybe we can help. Do you have any honey?
We are in need of honey. and
Honey.
bamboo and
Fish.
fish and what else? Trala!
Mostly honey.
Mostly honey.
What are we after? Mostly honey.
Are
Yes.
you saying you come into my alea? You come into my secret laboratory and you ask me for a favor? Is
No,
that
we're
what this
gonna
is?
help.
Is that
We want to
Yes.
help you.
On this, the day of your daughter's wedding.
This is. I want to say something, but I can't.
you bring up a very, very, very touchy subject. We cannot have children.
Aw.
You have made a social faux pas, as they say.
Apparently
You know
haven't
what
seen
would
The
make you
Godfather
feel
either.
better? Some honey.
No, it is not about the honey. It is about the corn, my friend. The corn.
Oh.
The honey corn, the candy corn, the roast corn. And we would have all of it. We would have all of the corn, but that monster has showed up and has spoiled all of our best laid plans.
What monster?
The monster that shoved our souls into tiny vials. That monster. His name is Oberon. And he's a terrible, terrible, terrible person.
I go, but I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that is the very thing.
I
Like-
kind of just breathe in and then breathe out very, very quickly as well because I'm trying to gain my breath.
All of the corn would be ours, but no, he had to show up. We cannot risk ending up back in a vial. It was horrible. We cannot risk it. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is true. I think I'm thinking what you're thinking. Yes, this could work. This could work. We are not, we're very gun shy, as they would say. Guns have not been invented. Well, maybe they have, actually.
I will say they're a thing in my game.
Okay. Well, this is only 13 years after the Broken World has begun.
Yeah, and the person who invented guns within my game came here about the same time that the Sundering happened.
Okay, alright. How you say we are a bit gun shy, but you, however, you probably would not have any interest in you. So, here's the deal. We will give you a means to get into the party. You will swipe all of the corn that you can gather for us, and you will bring it back here. In exchange, we will give you the means to get in. Is this acceptable?
Sounds good to me.
So we're not getting honey immediately. We have to get you something and we get entrance to the place where the honey is at.
And for entrance in, you bring us back all of the corn and maybe urinate on Oberon's leg.
I look at Soul and I say, we've got a specialist for that.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have deal bear?
I put out my paw to shake.
All right, okay. So,
Cross my fingers and say yes.
very well. They begin to go and they get different things and they like have these like little charming baskets and they each have one and they've like looked at you and they've figured out, you know, what you would need. First, Saul, Sun Bear Hacker. For you, we have very sophisticated technology. This copper coin is of hacking thoughts. When a creature touches this coin, see a penny pick it up, it blurts out what it was thinking, and it lasts for 5 questions.
I try it.
Okay, somebody ask him.
Did you
question.
steal my honey?
Yes.
That was my question.
See it work.
I lied.
I don't think you did.
No, that's pretty cool. Thank you.
Right. And next thing, Hacker Bear, is a teeny tiny spoon for digging. It is a tiny, tiny, tiny spoon. This spoon can dig through any substance with a good push. It does not decrease time that you would need to dig. Like if there was a huge ton of something, it would still take a while, but the fact of the matter is it can dig through it.
What happens when I poke the polar bear with it?
Nothing.
Aw.
He swats you.
Yeah.
Can I roll a criminal to pretend that it's gravely injured me?
Yes, you can roll a criminal.
I
You do it.
I
You
want
do
to apologize profusely and tell him he can poke me with it now and hand it to him.
This is
killed
odd.
him.
I'm
And
so sorry.
Bunny says,
Still on the floor, I'll just
Sunflower.
go, how could you?
Sunflower. Now Daisy leans over to Sun and says, "Do you really think they can pull this off? Do you really think?" Okay, and next Sunbear.
I'm
The
shaking my
bunny
head
starts.
no.
Sunbear starts. The little bunny starts snapping his little paws at you. He's like, "Keep on task."
Hmm.
Okay, sorry.
This is very, very, very clever thing Daisy invented. When you smash this little pink bead on the ground, immediately turns into a huge mountain of fluffy bubbles with the consistency of marshmallows.
I keep myself from smashing it.
It will cushion a fall or block a hallway, 10 foot in diameter. It can be very useful, and it lasts. You would have to roll a d6 to see how long it lasts.
Right.
In minutes. Next, Sunbear. This is an amulet. Actually, no, it is a spell. Sorry, called Desperado's Luck. You roll your criminal to cast it, and on success, all alarms and triggers that are caused by you whilst trying to hack will jam.
Nice.
Yeah.
Should I be writing
And
these down?
it'll be on your sheet when I release it to you. The last thing that he has for you is called Sunny's Honey Fix. You roll your Sunbear, your bear stat, and you can use honey conceivably to repair people, animals, and/or things. So I will now
Ooh.
release your sheet to you. So Saul, you now have yours. He says, "Panda Bear, come closer.
I just kind of like bear army crawl towards the bunny.
For you, I have one of those pink beads as well. Next, I have a very, very thing. I think you're going to like this. I think you're going to like this a lot. These are called the mighty shoots. I know I said I did not have any bamboo. I lied. These two
I
might
kind of
be.
just lazily swat at him. It's like, how dare you?
I don't have to give these to you, you know.
Why lie? Why? I just roll to my back, just go, why?
Because it amuses me. These two little shoots, when thrown on the ground, immediately grow into massive 25-foot tall, 8-foot wide bamboo stalk.
I do it immediately.
No!
I want to break my bean at the same time. See what happens.
Okay, you
I
roll
flee from
roll
the-
me a bear. Roll me a bear.
I flee.
Good. I'm so happy you failed. You failed.
Oh,
He swats you. He's like, "Do not do indoors. What are you, child?
you say uttered bamboo.
Do
I'm
outdoors.
hungry.
Do outdoors, or you will not
Mm.
get rest of special technology." Next is spell called Get Out of Dodge. You use your driver criminal roll.
Mm-hmm.
On a success, you summon up a souped-up Dodge Charger.
What?
Oh,
On a
snap.
On a fail, you summon a small, cramped Fiat Panda. And lastly, in this one, I think it just to make your companions feel safe. This spell is called Jesus Take the Wheel. And you roll a criminal stat to summon Jesus, who has the drive and the heal skill.
Wow.
Yeah. So I will release your page now to you. There you go. So now you can get that. Tralla. And the you, Tralla. For you, I have crafted several things that I think you will like. This first one is Amulet of Hold Up, Wait a Minute. Okay, so when you roll your thief, your criminal, wearing this amulet, any sound that would result from a direct action you make is delayed by 1d4 rounds at random.
Okay.
So, you trigger something, you roll it, it'll delay it. Next, and don't tell anyone this, but I visited Mamone and I got this coin. It's called the Cheater's Coin. Oh, I didn't actually cheat him. I paid him for it. I just wanted to sound cool. This little
It's okay.
bunny's.
You sound cool to me.
I know. And the little bunny twitches and fluffs out his little tail. When you flip this, it gives whatever result the owner wishes. And it is not limited to just, coin flip. It can give you the results on the, king, dragon, treasury, pillar, whatever. I give you one of the pink beads as well.
Mhm.
Because safety. Safety is number one. Last thing is cool shades. These shades are super sweet. And you can see through walls.
Ooh.
And the last spell is pick it real good. You use your thief criminal roll to roll it, and you can open and close doors just by looking at them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that is for you. So y'all are getting all sorts of wonderful goodies here.
Indeed.
And lastly, polar bear.
I'm a bear.
Yeah. You get, of course, one of the pink beads that Daisy crafted. I will place upon you a great spell. Now, in every room you enter, there will be a chandelier which will support your weight for swinging off of, just because it's cool. You may thank me for that one.
I like that.
It's like I want to swing from the chandelier.
Mhm.
Next, this spell is very, very important, as you are the muscle. You are the muscle. This is very important. Any time you cause great amount of damage, collateral damage, whatever may have you roll this, and it will summon a phantom lawyer to take care of the mess you've made.
That sounds great.
Yes.
I think the Phantom Lawyer and Jesus should talk.
Yeah. And lastly, we've done a lot of research, spent a lot of time making this. There's only one use. This stuff is powerful. This is a bottle of Always Barracola. Whenever a polar bear, it has to be a polar bear, very specific. Whenever a polar bear drinks from this very similar, but clearly not, Coca-Cola bottle, an epic holiday commercial will ensue that will cause even the most deadest of dead inside to feel the wonder and enchantment of Barracola.
Wow.
Very, very potent special stuff.
That is a weapon of last resort, clearly.
It is. Now get out of here.
All right.
Bring me back my coin. Also, kiss my ring.
Oh, all right.
So the little bunny holds up his hand and he's got this teeny tiny little ring on. What do y'all do? He's just
I lick him
waiting.
from toe to top of his ear, and I hit the ring on the way through.
He is not amused, and he is even more unhappy than he was originally. Don't make me disappointed. I've placed great trust in you.
I'll just lick the bunny and then just army crawl out.
Okay. All right. So now that you oh yeah, did I release your sheet rage? No, I didn't.
Release the rage.
Yeah, release the rage. All right, there. Now you've all got your sheets and stuff, and if you'll notice, I kind of put stats there so that you can kind of figure your Dillis.
Yeah, if you look at your actions, you have like 1d6 bear and 1d6 criminal.
I don't have the items that you just gave us on my character sheet. Is that something I should write in there, maybe?
So in the notes now you have, if you look, you each get your individual
Nice, thank you.
thing. So, yeah.
I want to use my ability to sense honey. Dun dun dun.
Well, you could always do that. Roll 2d6. You sense it northerly-ish. Northerly-ish.
Guys, this way.
To the northerly-ish?
To the
To the
northerly-ish.
northerly-ish. Come on.
As you leave the buddy lair, the door shuts behind you. You get the feeling that maybe these bunnies have cameras all over this place, and that they might monitor you. Maybe. Maybe. You're not alone.
Big
Our
bunny
little
is watching you.
Yeah, big bunny is watching you. That is exactly. Right. What are y'all? You going northerly-ish?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and make just make a straight up barrel.
Going in a
All of us?
northeasterly,
Sure, yeah, all of you.
western fashion.
Yeah, northish.
Roll
Okay.
criminal instead.
Roll. It doesn't matter. It's just a D. It's a D6. It's just Tralla and Mutton. You I'm not sure. Tralla, you pick up a something. Actually, tell me what in the immediate vicinity seems interesting to you.
In the immediate vicinity,
Yeah, just the immediate vicinity as you're walking and traveling along.
this big old tree-looking thing here is kind of cool.
Uh, that is right, and it comes back to you that you remembered that Sir Mutton had wanted some ingredients.
Oh right.
Yeah. They say a bear never forgets. Actually, that's an elephant. So you see this great big tree, but it looks like a house. They're all over Oakland, really. But this one is like a double wide, if you will, if that's a thing. It is a thing. It exists. It's there. You can see it.
Mhm.
And there's like this little walkway in. This tree you haven't been in a lot, but you've been there before. And in the basement of this tree, that there is a room with some ingredients for making foodstuffs.
Mhm.
But sometimes this particular building can be locked, as it were. So, hacker, give me a hacker. Three.
Do I need to roll twice? Roll 2.
Uh, yes.
Nice.
You made it both times. Okay. So, not only do you sort of disable, the lock, you manage to spot a little laser. You step over it skillfully and you're like, "Yeah. Yeah, I know this stuff."
I show everybody else laser. I'm like, careful.
Yeah. And so
I'm thinking you just like kind of blow snot out of your nose and it makes the laser appear like one of those things where you spray. It's like,
Okay.
But then afterwards, I look like, I can't remember her name from that movie where she nimbly
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
moves.
in
Yeah,
Entrapment.
thank you.
You're Catherine Zeta-Jones Bear. Anyway, you managed to get in.
Mhm.
And y'all do another all of you roll me one more bear because y'all are smelling. Y'all are, now that y'all kind of know what you're looking for. Ooh, hackers on a roll. Ugh. Okay, y'all are all starting to okay, what did yeah, okay, y'all all get it. Y'all like basement is that away. It is down there.
I
It
think
is
it's where
down
that
there.
sign is that says basement that way.
Yeah, it is down there and
That's why we did so good on the roll.
y'all yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like y'all learn to read and Elvish and everything. I mean, it's just like it's there. All right. So, y'all come to the door and you see on this door a sign that says Tralla, don't even. Signed, Goblin Ramsey. So,
We should check it for traps.
all right. So, thief and hacker. This would seem to be your thing. So, are any of you using any of your special gear or just straight up?
I'm going to use my cool shades to see through the walls and see if
All
there's
right.
anything on the other side that concerns me.
There's much that concerns you. For one, there's a huge spike set to like impale. Goblin Ramsey is not freaking about. He knows that Topsy loves you and everything, but he loves his supplies far more. Uh, his culinary stuffs.
So really,
So
this is self-defense.
He would argue not. This might be a time for when you want to summon that elusive lawyer.
We'll see how this goes.
Afterwards, yes, yeah. So, you've seen the thing, and hacker, Soul, if you could
I
roll.
want to use my Desperado's luck.
Okay. All right. So that would be 2d6.
Yep, hacker criminal roll.
Ooh,
Nice, dude.
yes, you critted. All right, so Trala is able. It's actually an assist because he saw what was behind there and told you, so that you could better figure out what you needed to do to get
I
in
take all the
there.
credit though.
Trala, do you let him take all the credit?
I just kind of lower my shades a bit and look at him over the frames.
Fine, you help.
Okay. So you get in there. Y'all get into Goblin Ramsey's kitchen.
Oh man.
Y'all get into Goblin Ramsey's kitchen. What are the little bears going to do?
Sense honey.
I'm going to eat anything that looks like bamboo.
Okay, so you find celery, you find Brussels sprouts, you find zucchini, you find
I'm
so
not picky.
you even find a spatula that's green, and because you think it looks like bamboo, you eat it. You eat it, and it doesn't bother you at all.
Sir Mutton Chops is gonna turn on the deep fryer and bread up the fish that prepare and bread up the fish that he caught, using the lemon cake as a basis for the breading, and then fry it up.
Okay. Okay, I don't know what that would be because bears don't fry things, but I guess a criminal because this is like a learned skill and stuff. So roll.
Oh.
I
It's
burned the kitchen
rugged.
down.
It's you get your fish, but it is burnt. It is, you present it to your friends for them to critique, like this is some cooking show,
I like crunchy fish.
I was gonna say I eat it and hate it, but I eat it and I eat some more.
Do you have any other things that you would like to try and prepare because it is so amusing?
But is there any honey? That's the question.
I want to make
Actually,
cookies.
roll me honey sense. It's not but your honey sense is tingling. It's tingling. There's a bit in here. It's just where. So,
Also,
I alert the rest of the party to it.
with me eating things that look like bamboo, can I
Yes.
increase my bear by 1?
Yeah, I'll say you can.
Cool.
I'll say that you can. You can. You would take a point from criminal and put it into bear.
Yes.
All right. Okie dokie. So, y'all now Saul has alerted you that there is indeed a bit of honey in here. What on gaining this valuable information, what do y'all do?
With the celery in my hand, and just kind of looking at him like my picture is.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah.
I just kind of sniff in the air, try to see if I could sense where the honey is.
Okay, roll me a bear.
While he does that, Sir Mutton Chops is raiding the fridge for all the fish they have.
You're just
Four.
like
4 is a success for me, for bear.
there are a few cupboards, and you're like it's in one of these, and so you fling the cupboard open, and you're ratching. You're ratching. What do you do?
I just kind of like bumped into it very lazily, using my weight to just topple it over.
Do you tell them that it's in this area?
Yeah, I smell honey, and just like shoulder or just like slam my body into the cupboard that it's in.
Okay, all right.
Trying to knock it off the shelf.
Okay, so y'all are getting so close to this. All right, so y'all see Pawn, badly kind of like flopping cupboard doors open and just digging his little face in there, like where is it? What do y'all do when y'all see him?
Mm.
Sir
Well,
Mutton
Well,
Chops
that's
is still.
something.
we can do this by process of elimination, my friends. I'm going to start taking things that aren't honey and throwing them across the room.
Oh God, Goblin Ramsey is gonna be so upset.
I'm basically going to start a food fight.
Yeah. Okay.
Sir Mutton Chops is still raiding the fridge for all the fish.
He's still ready to. Oh God, he's so upset. This guy's like gonna have like.
Well, maybe he
first-
shouldn't have put a death trap in.
I think that he was right to do so to keep y'all out because y'all are doing exactly what he feared. All right, Pawn, you're like, no, this is not it. You slam that cupboard open. You go into another one, and you're feeling around, and you're like, aha, aha, aha. There is this bottle, and it's like a squeeze bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And it is labeled, and this is like a home label. It's not like some store label or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it says on it, "Best damn honey you will ever like."
Okay. I'll just kind of like very lazily topple it over onto its side.
Mhm.
Just step on it so it dispenses all of the
Oh
the
God.
honey. And then just take the celery that's in my other hand, dip it in, and just eat it.
Like it's dip.
Yeah, basically.
I'm going to start licking the floor.
Me too.
Okay, this is God.
Like this is as I'm in the cupboard, right? Like
Well, you would have like. Did you reach in and pull it out, or did you
No,
like
I-
swat it out and
like,
step on it and?
Pon is very lazy, so as little effort as possible, he just hopples it over,
Okay.
steps on it, takes the celery, puts it into the honey, and then just eats it.
I do like, however, that Pawn is not like an animal. Taken his celery and he's dipped it like.
Yes.
And while you others are like, he's just there like,
I'm not like these savages.
that is very
I have
apparent.
class.
That
I'm
is
like
very
the
apparent.
savages. Give me that honey.
Okay, so and this squeeze
Threw
bottle
some on
is
your face. It'll be on there later.
so and this bottle is about like yay big. It's not like the hugest bottle, but
Mhm.
it is some top shelf stuff.
Nice.
This is you could tell that Goblin Ramsey he spent some coin on this.
So wait, if I eat honey, does my bear go up again?
It can if you want it to.
No.
If not, it
the
just
bear.
makes you it just makes you be able to think a little bit better and stuff, make good decisions, you know, for bear stuff. It's more of an enhancement if you don't actually want to put another thing into bear. It makes you not as frustrated and stuff, because sometimes you get frustrated because you're a bear and you can't hold things because you don't have thumbs.
Which is why
World
he
is not
burnt,
made for us.
which is why he burnt the fish in the first place. Just he was able to put it into the fryer, but taking it out of the fryer was just like, come on.
Yeah,
How do I lift
yeah,
this basket?
yeah. He needs like a foot pedal kind of
Yes.
situation to lower and stuff. So some of you had more dignity as they ate the
Not
top
me.
shelf honey than others. Others still have a little bit on their noses and whatnot.
Can I use my little bitty spoon and like hold one of my pinky fingers out and use
Yes.
a little bitty spoon to eat the honey?
Please.
Sir Mutton Chops, after getting his fill of fish, is going to look for a bag and stuff the rest of the fish that's in the fridge.
Okay. All right. I hope that doesn't start to smell rank in a little bit, but yeah, you find a bag and you're just chucking. You're raiding Goblin Ramsey. Y'all are you know what? Maybe this is karma for all the poor little sous chefs who've had to deal with him. Maybe this is the universe getting one over on Goblin Ramsey.
I feel bad, so I pick up one thing and put it back.
Aw.
Oh, that's a good bear.
I lazily just slap it over.
I giggle.
Okay, so any of you, since you did have some money, if you wanted to put a point into bear or no, you don't have to. But
I'm gonna
this is an
save
opportunity
balance
where
for
you can.
now. Actually, no,
Okay.
I was at 4 criminal and 2 bear, so I'll be at 3 and 3.
Okay, all right. So you're now at 3 and 3. All right, and just a quick check. What are What are y'all at?
3 and 3.
I believe I'm still 3 and 3.
Mine is 4-2.
4 in bear and 2 in criminal.
Correct.
What are you at? 3 and 3.
Rage.
Who are you talking to?
I was asking Koa, but you, what is your bear and criminal at?
I think I'm 3 and 3.
I'm pretty sure 3 and 3.
Okay, all right. So yeah, this is good. This is good. Y'all are keeping it balanced, but y'all haven't had any real bad frustrations yet. So after wrecking all of Goblin Ramsey's organization, because you know he had everything
Can I
Can,
leave
in
him a
its
note that
place.
says I'm sorry?
can I leave
Okay.
a note smeared in like ketchup or something on the counter that says Oberon was here?
Yes,
Completely misspelled.
yes, you can do that. I
I
will
like the
allow
ketchup.
that.
Actually, it's
away.
not a bad note.
It's not. You're like your little claw marks. You know, there's a little bit of cursive going on,
Mm-hmm.
kind
Like,
of.
you keep trying to put a period, and I just keep licking it off.
Okay. So now that you have gotten your ingredients and that delicious top tier honey, what is your how will y'all proceed? Because y'all can just go out the way y'all came, not setting off anything.
I
Y'all
think
y'all
that
are
seems like a good
golden.
idea.
Or we could dig our way out. I hold up my spoon.
No, let's not do too much structural damage to the place. I'm not trying to get disowned here.
Fine.
And that sounds like a lot of walking.
So you exit out. Which way are y'all going? Are you going towards the ship, the mountain, or what?
Hmm.
Because in your immediate view, you see a docked
Yeah, what's that
airship.
boat over there?
That is one of the flying ships that is in Oakland.
Where did the bunny say the corn was?
The corn will be at the Honey and Milk Festival Fete, which is at the amusement park section of Oakland. That is where y'all are making your way to. That's where most of the festivities and all the goodies
Let's look
are.
for a vehicle to hotwire.
All right. All right.
Don't we have a Dodge Charger?
You can only
We
summon it
Cons-
once, I think.
yeah,
Oh.
conceivably you do. Do y'all go towards that ship
Yeah.
that's docked? Okay. All right.
We
Y'all
can
make your
maybe
way
set a park
towards.
there.
Yeah, you make your way, and there's like a little platform, but that ship is not by itself. By that ship, you see
Is that the female mammoth from Ice Age? Just
maybe.
colored purple?
Yeah.
And a dog.
Sitting on top of this woolly mammoth of a different size and color, people that Trala knows really well. That is Thin, Tiny, Mondo, and Hey You. The bird spots you. The dog smells you. The monkey, he can't be bothered because
I'm a
He's
monk.
busy plotting the uprising.
probably.
Strong.
Immediately, Hey You goes, what? Bears, tra bears, and this causes the sleeping, standing mammoth of a different size and color to awake. Trala, you immediately every part of your being says, "Oh no, oh." Because when you were a little cub, you were really the only bear that was in the Oak Song troop.
Mhm.
And this mammoth took it upon himself to be your keeper in a way.
Mhm.
This mammoth overly loves you. Like, a parent that just thinks their kid is the greatest kid in all the land and can do no wrong and will. Are you eating enough? Are you warm? Are you cold? Do you have the sniffles? Do so that is why you're like, uh what do you do, Trala?
I I sit down and I wave. I say, hello.
The mammoth's eyes just go. And if you can see a mammoth or an elephant smile, that's it. And this mammoth just goes, you haven't visited me in so long. It's been a whole day.
I'm sorry.
As the mammoth walks towards Strala, I just get onto the ship and try to pilot it.
You know, and Finn goes lumbering along. Actually, no.
I can help.
See. Finn is a very observant dog.
Mm-hmm.
Finn is very so. Roll criminal. Roll 2 criminal.
2 criminal.
Yeah, roll 2 d6s.
What puppies? Really?
1 and 3. I'm gonna roll. Okay, Finn is just so taken aback by how quickly this mammoth shifted gears and was running towards Trala. He was just like, "This is odd." So he doesn't notice that you have slipped onto said ship, and the mammoth wraps his trunk around you. He's like, "You know I worry about you. You never write. You never call. Why do you do this to me? All I do is love you and worry about your safety, and you never ever call."
Well, they sent me into the woods and they've been starving me.
That is no excuse. And he whaps you on the head with his trunk. He's just like, it kind of like roll bear. Roll bear, see if he knocks you over, because he sometimes doesn't know his strength. Okay, you stand, you take it. You're like, I have to, you're actually, you dig your little claws into the ground that keeps you kind of from toppling over into the water. He's like, even still, that is no excuse. It is no excuse at all for how you just never think of me. You know the many nights that I stayed awake, stroking your little back with my trunk so that you would sleep. And for what? And for what do you send me a card? No, you just go off on your adventures with Topsy and think nothing of me.
It's not my
Stalker
fault. You know I
elephant.
have to go where she goes.
I didn't want to listen to your clever logic and reasons. I want you to make it up to me. This elephant feels so neglected.
I give him a big hug.
Do you give him a bear hug?
I do.
Okay. Roll criminal, because you're trying to, be like, you're stiff as a board. Y'all witness Trala give like the awkwardest fan hug.
I'm like, not in front of the guys, God.
Yeah, he's just like, everything's gonna be okay. He's like, you have to promise me, Trala, that after today, that you will spend the entire day with me tomorrow. The entire day.
I absolutely will. And even better, I'll bring lunch.
Will.
As this conversation's going on, I would like to try to hijack the airship.
You would like to try and hijack.
I'm
So
gonna
are you all getting on the ship?
Might as well.
Okay. Roll criminal for me real quick. Each of you.
I'm already on.
Saul. You're already on, but Saul and Polar. Okay. Hey, you. Bear's trying to get on the boat. Bear's trying to get on the boat. Bear on the boat.
How do you get on this thing?
He said, now, Trala, what are you trying to do? What are you boys up to? Tell me what is going on here. Why are you trying to get on the boat? Y'all don't have thumbs. How are you going to steer that thing?
Well, we have a special.
I'm a hacker.
That's what you say. You yell over, I'm a hacker.
Yeah.
I'd say that we're trying to get the food that we're going to need for the picnic tomorrow. But we're going to have
To add emphasis, Sir Mutton Chops will put down the bag of fish and show off the fish.
Well, I don't really eat Fish, you can keep that. But if this will help you plan our big day tomorrow, then I suppose that it's all right.
We'll put the boat right back when we're done.
Better. He takes his trunk and he like rubs it all over the top of your head, and there's all sort of snot.
Oh God. I thank him and just start slowly wheedling my way over to the boat.
Okay.
Hi.
So, yeah, you're on the boat. All right, so you're getting on the boat, and roll me. Well, no, he's driving. He's driving. So y'all manage now that like Heiyu's like placated because Tiny, the mammoth of a different color, is like, yeah, okay, all right. Y'all all can get on. Just as Finn is still kind of like the fence about the decision, but he's letting it happen. He's letting it happen.
I'm going to throw some fish to Finn.
Thank you.
I'm like, you didn't see nothing, see?
Okay, roll criminal again to like cinch the deal.
Damn it! Why do I roll so good and so bad at this?
Change your dice color.
It's like I just keep rolling
dice
5s,
Joe.
6s.
Yeah, if this were D&D, you'd be doing so good. Okay, well, Finn just looks at you and he's like, "This is gonna blow up in your face, you know."
Probably, but that's okay.
Nobody asked you, canine. God.
Now, let's not bring species into this.
At that, he will astral project, because Finn can do that, onto the boat, and he's gonna be like, "Y'all need a chaperone. I think I'm the dog for this job."
All right.
Well, don't just stand there.
I'm trying to drive this thing.
Yeah.
I look to Pond and kind of just take my claw and put it against my chest like Napoleon and stand at the head of the boat and go, Mr. Pond, elevate us, please.
Like the what do they call it? The figurehead? I think that's what it's called.
Yes.
The shit. I forget what it's called. Roll me two, because this is a big. You've never driven a flying ship, but you're studying it. You've had a little time while you were up there.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's actually designed with bear controls.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Trala says, no, you don't want this one. Do you take him into the bottom of the ship and check him out on it? Okay, all right. So, with Trala's help, roll me 2 d6s. Did you roll me 2 d6s, Eric?
Nice.
All right. So you stand up, and because it like has little foot braces for a bear.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so now Finn is gonna sit down in a chair behind you, and like Captain Kirk, he sits in this chair, and he says, "Panda, make it so." and you lift.
I kind of very lazily salute him by just slapping the back of my paw to my forehead.
Just whack.
Yep, just.
I have such confidence in you, sir.
But I drive with gusto and confidence.
Right. Okay. All right. So you lift up, and you see like the little monorail system that the trains ride on. They get a little bit smaller and smaller, and you judge that this is a pretty good distance, and you're sailing. Y'all just all actually. You know what? I'll throw down, since you're all on one thing at the moment. I'm gonna throw down the carpet, like, because I didn't have like the ship per se. So right now y'all are all moving as one. Y'all get to say about there-ish, and you see this Pegasus flying about, and he's just rolling around. He's just flying, or sort of like in circles around you, and you get the impression that this Pegasus is a little bit miffed that they know what you're doing and where you're going. And he lands on top of the ship.
I look at him and I
And
say, "What can we do for you, Sir Horse Bird?"
well, you see, I am not to let you go any further than this. It is Topsy's wishes that you not proceed any further, for
As,
you are not pure of heart.
as he's talking, I just keep dragging the ship, like I keep driving the ship closer to where we're trying to go.
I must protest that you turn this ship around.
I look at Pond and I say, "Follow the monorail track." And I'm just kind of keeping an eye out for when the next monorail seems to be going to the amusement park. I have an idea.
Okay, all right, okay.
Basically, when the horse bird tries to tell me what to do, he gets the same look that's on my character sheet.
Actually, you know what? The
I'm
Pegasus,
retired. I don't have to do this. Damn it.
the Pegasus is actually on the deck. You are
Okay.
down
I'm
below.
Okay.
down below. Okay.
Yeah, because that's where the
So,
bear.
I'm
bear
still
steering
driving
is.
this thing.
Okay, you're still driving this. He's like, I must insist that you turn around immediately. That's like a horse whinny. Immediately, I say, immediately.
Do we see an approaching monorail?
They run every which way. It's not necessarily in that spot because it's moving. It's just
Mm-hmm.
there for.
We're just kind of moving along the tracks, though.
Okay.
Just
Because
waiting.
if we, all right, okay. I have no idea what you're planning, uh, but it's gonna be awful, isn't it?
Maybe.
If you do not turn around immediately, I will have to write a report, and you do not want me to do that.
Well, you know you won't be able to turn that report in during the fete. Everyone's going to be celebrating. Are you really going to ruin someone's good time?
I love bureaucracy. Yes, I'm all about bureaucracy.
Well, then you had probably
So
better get
funny.
started. I would love to see you write this report with your hooves.
I have a very big typewriter, and he does this.
I'm basically just trying to buy us time.
Yeah, I get that. He's like,
So basically, at this point, I feel as though we're like hovering above the amusement park.
Well, we're hovering above the monorail track. I have a plan.
okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So
I would say that right about now is when you enact said plan. I am very intrigued to see what you're going to be doing.
All right. As the horse is typing its report, I'm going to look back down toward where Pawn is, and I'm going to speak specifically in bear,
Okay.
and I'm going to say, whenever I give the signal, you need to use your magic to summon up that charger. We're going to jump off of the airship onto the monorail.
Okay. All right.
The Pegasus will never expect it.
He
You
won't. He
want
is
me-
busy. He's fervently typing up this report in triplicate.
I say, I'm just going to go down and get my identification so that you can get the proper number, and I'm going to go down with, like I'm kind of waving the others to come along, and basically getting them toward the exit in the bottom of the ship.
Okay. All right. Okay. So y'all do that. He's like, very well then. Ding. Ding. You know, he's these little hooves are fervently because there's 4 of you, so he's got to make 4 things. You know, he's got to file 4 reports. So, you go below deck, and what happens? What happens?
I'm going to use my amulet of hold up, wait a minute to delay the rev of the engine and stuff after
All
Pond
right.
summons his car.
Okay. All right. So, Pawn,
Mm-hmm.
the time has come
Mm-hmm.
for you to summon.
3 turns it'll be.
Oh, 3 turns?
For the amulet.
Right. Okay. So, roll me 2 for 2 criminal.
Yes!
Those are
You
both
get a-
successes.
You get a sweet souped up Dodge Charger. You do.
I kind of just very lazily take my paws out of the restraints within the ship, just walk over to the Dodge Charger, just slam the door open, hop into the car, and just honk the horn.
Okay.
Can I get in the car and switch the drive and reverse letters on the spindle?
Why would you want to do that? On the car?
You're gonna be in the
He's a hacker.
car.
Yeah, you're gonna be in the car. Do you want this to go badly?
No. It's just a prank.
It's just a
prank
prank,
as
bro.
we slam into the side of the ship and explode.
Okay, this might be the end of one of Oakland ships. You can try roll me criminal. You very bad bear. You fail.
Oh dear.
You fail. It doesn't
Sorry.
happen. Yay, we get to keep our ship.
I kind of just very lazily swat his hand as I see him trying to get into the transmission letters. It's like, stop.
Stop.
Would have climbed
Okay.
into the passenger seat, put on my shades, look at the others, and go, "You're like family to me."
Okay. All right. So now you're gonna have to make just one more drive. No, I guess you would get advantage because you're specifically trying to drive. All right. So the hatch opens on the back of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
The Pegasus up there typing his note, has no idea what is happening. He's like going to get their identification. That's very accommodating. I wish more criminals were like this. Ding! You go forward and you tell me how this goes, and before you roll, what you would like to have happen. This goes off with that edge.
Basically, I'm picturing this Dodge Charger to be a manual.
Okay. All right. Don't make it easy for yourself.
No,
Okay.
not at all. So I just rev the engine very loudly to try to scare the Pegasus, and then shift it into second gear. It spins the wheels, and we just fly out of the back of this.
Okay, so you want rear wheel squeal. Okay, roll for rear wheel squeal, please.
I'm guessing that's 2d6 because I'm the driver.
Yes, because you are going to be driving.
Holy
You
crap.
critted! Oh my gosh. Okay, that is everything that you ever wanted to happen to make this as epic and awesome as you wish happens. You fly out of there. It's the slow motion camera. The wheels are sailing. You're all looking cool. You're all posing. You're dabbing and all that stuff.
Everyone else is posing, yet if someone looks at me, I still have the face that's on my character.
Okay, all right. You're
I'm all of a
nonplussed.
sudden glad my prank didn't work.
Okay, yeah. We're all glad that your prank didn't work. So you're flying. You're soaring. You're epically badass right now. This is the bear legends will be told of how you manned this vehicle and how from the great lofty heights you managed to land this thing without denting, without scratching, no harm done. It, by all accounts, it makes no sense, but it happened. It is true, and it would have. It's sad that the Pegasus didn't get to witness it in a way because he's still up there. But yeah, that was amazing. That was as. It's, you know what, you thought you had peaked in your career, Pawn? No. Awesomeness. All right. So, is audio still okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you were like so quiet. Okay, so you've now landed, and you've landed. What did y'all land like in front? Did y'all roll up to the entrance of Oakland, which you see Trolla's visage?
I'm thinking we landed on the
visage?
train and we're basically just like parked on top of the train as it rolls into Oakland.
Okay. All right, you're parked on top of the train, the different one, because that one's not hooked up to the monorail system. That one just like rotates around the thing. The other one that has the different kind of train tracks, that's
Okay.
So, where are y'all situated? Situate yourself, the carpet and your token. Actually, you know what? Situate your tokens instead of the carpet. We'll just put the Pegasus over there, and I'm guessing you put the ship on autopilot, so it just goes around in circles. Just
Pretty
wouldn't
much,
know
up there.
yeah.
I wouldn't know about that.
Trala would, thankfully.
You're the
Okay.
yeah, okay. So it's just going around in circles. And that he's in his paperwork. He's
And there's
you know,
3 rounds delay before he even hears any of the noises happening, so I'm hoping by
That's-
then we'll be gone.
That's true. That's true. All right. So you're now at the entrance of Oakland. It is majestic. It is wonderful. It is bright. It's colorful. Roll for me, bear. Everyone, roll me a bear. 1d6. All right. Okay. Trala. This is good. And Pawn. Oh, this is very, 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 very good. Good stuff happening here. You see a young bear, about like yay big. You see a little young bear, and he is with a troop of bears, and you know this is an organization known as the so stupid. Why did I write this? It's so stupid.
Welcome to every friggin' Saturday.
You recognize the little handkerchief on him. This is the Claw Scouts of a Barraca troop.
Okay.
Yeah. You see these bears.
I
But
want you, before you continue, to look at my character sheet.
Yeah.
I want those eyes to really sink in.
Yeah. They're about to get wide though. You notice that something looks a little off about this situation. Something is a little not right. Tux is this is the young bear, the bear of a different color. This is Tuck. This is Tamarie's bear. It's very young now.
Mhm.
But his eyes, they look a little dark. Like around they look a little bit off. In fact, the whole little brigade looks a little bit off. You see Pawn, somebody that looks a little bit familiar to you too. You see a Claw Scout, this one, but he's just a little bit bigger than all the other bears. Like he's got the handkerchief, but it's like cutting into him. It's so small. It's too small.
Is this my evil, energetic twin Pan?
No, but that's what I'm gonna call him. Pan, yeah, Pan. I totally meant to call him Pan. Writing that down. So you look this over, and you see this large child, and there are no other cubs that look like him, but the rest of them all look kind of zombie, dead-eyed, a little bit like this bear here. They are, about to go in. They're about to go in to the park. What do y'all do?
I tell Pon, pull up in front of him. Cut him off.
I just floor it.
Roll me two. Or
is that a fail?
You fail. All the epicness has been used up.
Aw.
From I don't know. It just
I rolled double ones.
Yeah,
on the first
landing
one.
the car like
Yeah.
300 feet, not
I
breaking
pulled
it is
off what
pretty
was
good.
necessary. After a while, I was just like, you know what? I'm retired. I don't care anymore.
I'm getting too old for this. All right,
Keep trying
so
to get out. They keep pulling me back.
Mhm.
you careened into a tree. But it was loud. The crash that y'all have, y'all aren't injured yourselves, but the car is totaled.
Oh dear.
The car is totaled. This is the part that you will leave out of the epic's tale of what all just happened. What?
Can
Can
I
use
actually?
honey to repair things?
Yes.
You can.
Use sunny.
This is gonna take
honey.
This
I
might
was-
take a lot of fixing.
I was actually going to use the spell Jesus Take the Wheel to try to save the car.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Roll for me. Let me see here. Like how exactly?
Driver criminal roll to cast
Okay.
Summon Jesus.
Okay, I think it's just one though. It is one.
Oh shit.
One on these because this is epic stuff here. So roll me one criminal. Do you want to have a flashback maybe before you do this?
Of summoning Jesus? What would I?
Of a flashback, a criminal
Yes,
flashback.
No,
Okay.
what's actually roll back? Just a flashback of Han as a little child. His parents has forced him yet again to the church of the local,
The Church of Bear.
the church of Panda Bear or Panda Jesus. He's in his
The Bamboo Kingdom.
basically. I mean,
Okay.
he's in his nice attire, formal.
His best.
His hair is split and gelled, slicked back.
He's like alfalfa.
He has the same eyes that he has in this character sheet. He has his nice leather strappings around his paws as he walks into the church.
Okay.
He's dressed up particularly well for his first feast, as it were, of
Okay.
the bamboo of the holy Panda Jesus.
Continue.
And as he sees all the bamboo,
Hmm.
everything that he was taught, everything, the script that was written down goes out the window, and he charges in, takes all the bamboo, and runs off into the
Okay.
Into the
Yes,
sun-
you are an appointed
into the
criminal.
sunlight. Yes.
You move. So you are now at 5 criminal.
Oh,
I'm at
snap.
wait. I'm at 5 criminal.
Yes, you are, sir.
Okay. Okay.
He's
That's
fully
fine.
into the job now.
So actually, if that was correct, those 2 4s would have been a success.
They would have. You
Yep.
now succeed. You do not crash the car.
Nice.
You do not crash the car. So you pull up and you cut them off. You cut them off.
Criminal.
Yeah, you're at 5 criminal.
I'm
Might
gonna-
want to eat a little bit of honey. You have 2 pieces of honey, you know.
I only have 1 because I already ate it.
Yep. You're
You
Or
had
one.
some. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, so you have one piece of honey, or you might find more, but who knows? Okay, so you pull up and you cut them off. You just like swerve and you put that car and yourselves in between the entrance and the young Americans.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are you gonna do? What is happening? What do y'all do next now that you have cut them off from the entrance, conceivably?
I am going to step out of the car, doves
Yeah.
erupting as I do so.
Okay. Or roll for doves.
With my shades on. Would that be bear
Roll
or
for
criminal?
doves. Criminal.
Doves.
You get doves. The doves. You didn't even know that was a function or an accessory.
I just like
thing,
accidentally
but-
press a button and then doves just come out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Doves.
just like freak out. I was like, doves!
So at that, all of the little dead-eyed cubs, their eyes, go wow.
Mm-hmm.
They're awed a bit, even in even though they look a little bit off, they manage to be like, oh. So and what now? What are the rest of you doing?
I'm just holding this pose that is on my character sheet. I love
Okay.
this picture. I adore it. I'm gonna use
so
every
good.
bit of it. It is
Okay.
so good. And as I look at these guys, just deadpan, just like nothing happened, I
Okay.
dip a bit of the celery that I had saved up from
Okay.
earlier, just dip it in some honey and just start chewing on it.
Okay.
Just like have it on the corner of my mouth like it's like a
A
pipe.
cigarette or
Yeah.
something? Okay, all right. Or a lollipop. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Soul, what are you doing?
I'm just in awe from all
You're
the
in awe of the-
awesome
and-
driving.
And Sir Mutton Chop, you have been flung out of a ship in a car, and they've just done this sweet little like donut thing in front of this entrance, in front of these young bears who look a little off. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think in times like this, it calls for a flexing contest.
A flexicon. Okay, all right. you
Bring out the
both.
gun show.
Okay, so not the doves come out, and this polar bear, adding to the epicness of this moment of pulling that car around and the doves, and he poses, and these little bears, even in their odd state, y'all are heroes. They're gonna want action figures of you guys. They are completely sold, and you see the bear, the too big one with the tightly fitting outfit on. He's going into panic mode a little bit to try and take control of this situation, which he thinks might be getting out of his grasp. So he's
Seeing this in an attempt to counter it,
yeah.
Sir Mutton Chops is going to reach into his bag and toss a bunch of fish for the little bears and cubs to eat.
Nice.
Okay. Roll for me that action of bear.
Aw.
Goddamn you, bear.
Something is not right with these cubs. Something's a little bit.
Can I make a smell check?
Sure, go ahead, roll a bear.
Got it.
No, don't get it. No. And as they snap out of their wonder and amazement, and they just sort of all line up. They get into a little line, and the little bit too big cub says, "Troop, march!" And they, start to make their way towards the entrance.
Sir Mutton Chops will kind of put up his paw just directly in front of the two big ones, like, before this happens, I have something to share with you.
Okay. He says, "We're in a hurry. The opening ceremony is about..."
Trust me, I understand you're in a hurry. But you see, the thing is, and he's going to pop the bottle of Always Baracola.
Okay. And immediately that panda sees it, and he goes, "No!" it dawns on you then, Pawn, that this is Pan, and he is from an organization known as none other than, and I can't believe I wrote this either, Pandemonium. They are an organization of unhappy goth pandas who would love nothing more than to plunge the rest of the world into being as goth and unhappy as they are.
Okay, so with Sir Mutton Chops and his Coca-Cola.
Yes. So
if I
go
could,
ahead.
just very slowly walk out of the car, close it very gently, just walk up to him, put my hand up, and just smack him in the face, and then just walk back into the car.
Okay, roll criminal.
Now, since I ate the honey, I'm at 2 and 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You meet it.
Am I now at 1 and 5?
No, you got it. 2 and 4. Oh wait, nope. Okay, you miss him. You don't get frustrated. You're surprised you missed because you've been having all this epic stuff happening. So you're kind of like,
well,
I missed.
I mean, just very lazily, just whatever, and I just keep going back to my car.
But anyway, he dodges it. But as you're going to slug him, he drinks the Baracola.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have
suddenly
a Coke and a smile?
It's a Baracola.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
First of all, magically a red scarf appears around Sir Mutton Chop's neck. Music and glitter fill the air. And you hear a song going, holidays are coming, holidays are coming. A train, that doesn't normally run like where y'all are, it moves, it swoops in front of you and it passes by, and there are children and they're like, yay! And there is snow and there are penguins sliding about, and it is nobody. And it affects all of Oakland. All of Oakland becomes white and just festooned with different ornaments. It was already kind of like ornamented up, but it changes into like peppermint and just very, very pops of color against white. It is. And the snow, they're huge snowflakes, like they're huge, and it is magical. And you see the young bears, their eyes kind of clear up, and the Pan, your arch nemesis, apparently.
I mean,
He
it doesn't
kind
have
of
to be. If you look
I
into
don't
the
know.
eyes of Pod, does it look like he cares?
No, he doesn't care.
I
He's
could
like, he's
totally see
nonplussed.
Pan as almost having joined the Pandemonium at some point.
At some point, yeah,
just,
he's
just
like,
because
he just
of his
escaped.
expression.
No,
Maybe-
even better. I just imagine Pan in an attempt to basically it's like a notice me senpai, so he joins the evil doers.
But you know what, Pawn? This
Hmm,
has had an effect on you too.
okay. I'm
Yeah.
cold, so I'm getting in the car and turning on the heater.
Okay. But be that as it may, sitting in this cherry red Dodge Charger,
Oh, can it be wine
surrounded,
red, please?
huh?
Can it be wine red, please?
Wine red.
Yes.
Fine. It's your fantasy here.
Woo!
Surrounded by the magic of Barracola and the holidays, even your heart begins to grow a little. And you smile. You smile, and you are content. Now, you weren't as dead inside as the other guy, and the deader you are inside, the more Barracola affects you.
Mm-hmm.
So now, but be that as it may, I explained to you the environmental changes. That's not all. There are dancers. There is a musical number happening now, and Pan is now joined in with them. This bear that looked evil and dead inside, he is now swallowed up and enveloped of the magic that is Barracola. And he says to all of you, thank you. I can't believe we were almost gonna do that. I am so happy that I now see the world differently. Always Barracola.
As this happens, Pon was never dead inside. However, he was just very deadpan, just very
Yeah,
very
I get it.
emotionless. However, when he sees the sun change in Pan, you see
Yeah.
a very small smirk
Yeah.
come up at the corner of his mouth, just like
Yeah.
same look and everything, just a little smile.
Just okay. His eyes stay the same. That's
Yes,
that's
like everything else is
interesting.
exactly the same. It's just a little smile.
God, that's creepy and smarmy looking now that I picture that in my head. Okay. All right. So immediately you see other pandas come out and they're joining in this dance. Apparently there were more members of the Pandemonium organization here than even y'all noticed. But they are all swept up and they have joined in this. Actually, you know what? They're on dance number 2 here. This is a very long commercial. It's epic. It's great. And they are sashaying around and handing each other presents, as little penguins go skiddling by, and it's great. You get the sense that you have thwarted something great. So also roll me a bear. Roll me a
Who?
bear. All of you.
Oh,
All of you. Roll me a bear.
the
Ooh.
bird.
All right.
So much
Okay.
bear.
Okay, so if I hit the number exactly, is that a success?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Anything over it is so. All but Saul the honey bear got it. I really wanted him to get it.
Saul's trying to chug as many colas as possible.
There's only one. And the polar bear is drinking. It only works for a polar bear. You smell something very, very, very odd, and you see lying in the snow, because apparently they like ripped them all off, because they all had these like little vials, and you sense that the smell is coming from that. And somebody roll me. Let's see, who would that be? Who would be the best at determining this sort of thing? You know what? Pawn, since you're a panda, and I'm gonna say that you know more about that organization than anybody else. You roll me 2d6s.
Just 2d6?
Yes,
Okay.
2d6. Oh God.
Oh God.
No, you don't remember.
See, I got out of the pandemonium as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I was forced into it and I left as soon as I could.
Yeah, you got out of there real quick. Okay,
Oh.
I
so
have lain in laboratories while all sorts of potions and things have been being crafted.
that is true. Okay, roll me a d6. Oh no, yeah, it's just like, but you get the sense that this isn't good. Honey bear, a sun bear. Could you roll me a d6? Maybe this would make sense for you as well. Okay,
There we
yes,
go.
thank you.
Yay.
All right, so you know, sun bear, that this is a certain kind of honey. You know this to be black orchid honey. Whenever anyone consumes just the tiniest amount of this, but they have vials of it. They were gonna like pour it all in. That it will turn people into goths.
Oh,
Into what?
Goths. Yeah. It will take.
It turns
I mean,
people
like,
into edge
all black
lords.
Yeah, basically.
clothes and
they'll spontaneously develop like
Yeah,
4
that-
extra belts.
They will all look like unhappy pandas, essentially.
And for some reason, they all listen to My Chemical Romance.
Give or take.
Depeche Mode.
So, they apparently what the four of you now deduce, knowing that what this is, and you deduce that their plan was connect the dots.
They were gonna put all the honey in and turn everybody into sad people.
Because a lot of notable figureheads from around the Feywild and some from the Prime and stuff were here. It was perfect time for the pandemonium to infiltrate many governances. This was a pretty sick plan that y'all thwarted. So now you see coming out of Oakland, because it's just like there are other people coming out just like, what has happened? Because there's all this snow. It's like, did we order snow today? Did we order snow today? Yeah, and there's just a lot of confusion as to what is happening. Because for all intents and purposes, it might seem to certain people who haven't. Because the closer you get to the polar bear, the more magical it becomes. That's how this works. I'm not totally making this up as I go. People start sort of filtering out, because, as I said, it gets stronger closer you get to the polar bear as the source. And Topsy looks at Tralla. It's like, what have you? Holidays are coming. Holidays are coming. She's so joining in, and you're like, basically everybody ends up joining in this epic afternoon of dance and happiness. And as soon as do y'all try to explain what has happened to any of the humans?
Yes, I'm going to explain to Topsy that we managed to through our own due diligence and careful
How would
planning.
Tralla say this?
Says, Mom, we stopped bad people from bringing bad honey to your thing. Can we have some honey?
Oh my goodness, Trolla, you have saved us. And
Meanwhile,
all
I
is
look at the others and I'm like,
and you wink.
our plan has come to fruition. Because he talks differently when he's talking to humans.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
I mean, there's a slight switch between bear and common, so yeah.
Of course, Tropsy speaks bear, so she knows what's going on. But she pretends because, he has effectively saved the Feywild in his way from becoming goth
We totally did say
pandas. Yeah. So, you have saved several different planes of existence and are heroes of the event and are afforded every little thing that you could want. Goblin Ramsey, he can't touch you now.
That's right.
He can't do nothing about, because y'all are heroes. And you see little Goblin Ramsey, he's probably the only person now in this whole ordeal who looks miserable.
Where is he standing at the moment?
Goblin, I don't have a token for Goblin Ramsey, but I will just say that
Just like, is he on a wall or something? Is he?
I'll say that he's right over by Dougal Oaksong. He's right here. This is actually supposed to be Bog, the thing, but that's the only goblin I really had. So he's standing there with his little chef hat, and he's cursing in Goblin. He is so mad because he just knows that y'all are too happy that y'all have done something.
I just kind of walk over to him and just take one of my my bamboo stalks and place it right under him.
Oh no. Okay.
Just
Little Goblin Ramsey. and like Goblin Ramsey's blasting off again. And there's a little
immediately
sparkle
grows 25 feet tall and 8 feet thick.
You start at the bottom and you're just and you know
and
what?
I'm there for the rest of the time.
And all the other pandas, you're now their hero. You're now a god to the rest of the other pandas because you have created, and you still have one more of these conceived. They've never seen anything like that. You are their new leader. You are now in charge of all pandadom.
I am also going to explain to Topsy that Daisy and Sunflower.
Yeah.
That Oberon is trying to keep them from getting corn that they need to eat, so we should give them lots of corn.
Roll bear, because you're just being yourself.
Don't.
So you try to explain, and you've had a day, and you're just kind of like, you're not explaining it very well. So it's like,
I'm trying to talk with a mouthful of honey, and it's just like
it's an overall the bunnies
interpret
and
for
the
him and try to help.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So you're just like, take a second, breathe, and so you managed to explain, about the bunny situation, and the bunnies get what they want. So the bunnies are now that you've fulfilled your part of the contract. There will be corn delivered to the bunnies post haste. Yeah, because y'all are timely. And there was also one part of that agreement, which the bunnies did ask. Does anyone remember what that was specifically?
They wanted us to urinate on Oberon.
Mm-hmm.
They do. They want one of you. Just one. They don't care who.
I'll gladly urinate on him.
Does he go to check out the bamboo that just shot up out of the ground?
I don't know that Oberon would. He's mostly just sort of hanging out, kind of at the interest, just looking at everything that's taken place, because it's a quite a lot to take in, and
I whisper to Soul, I'll create a distraction. And
Good
what I'm going to
idea.
do is I'm going to go around to all the little cub or claw scouts
Mm,
and using my years of experience in the entertainment field,
all right.
I am going to quickly choreograph a little choir situation.
Okay. All right. All
And
right.
and
The
we're
little
going
bears line up.
to do a singing dancing montage type thing.
Okay. A few penguins join in. They're tap
Why not?
dancing. Yeah.
As Queen
We've
plays in the
entered in.
background.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's happening. Roll for me a bear. No, criminal, because that's a learned human behavior.
Shut him up. Sorry,
Okay.
I failed anyway.
Since you've been a little bit, or you've been thought to be obese and you haven't been practicing, you're a little bit, you're flopping around, you're flailing around a little bit. It's your pirouette is sloppy.
I'm mostly relying on the cuteness of the baby bears.
They carry you.
Yes.
They carry the number. You did not carry this number. They did, and you know that. And Topsy knows that. As she's watching it, she's like, "The bears are saving you. The baby bears are saving you. You know this."
Look at that.
choreographer.
Look at those eyes. You can't say no to those eyes.
Those eyes now look happy.
Yes, they do. It's
They're
exactly why
very
you can't say no.
Okay, all right. So the little bears carry it, and Oberon is he's amused. I'll say he's amused. He's like,
Soul.
What do I roll to sneak up and pee on his leg?
you're just gonna roll bear because you're
Being a
You know.
burr.
Does
Yeah.
bear pee in the woods?
Damn it.
I'm
Oh.
okay. You find that in the moment when you need to go, you can't. It's
Excuse me, Oberon. Do you got any water?
Maybe some asparagus I could chew on.
Eat
so.
the snow.
There you go.
So, Sir Mutton Chops, you see your friend struggling.
And
You
he just
know-
didn't know.
Is your bladder more full, my friend? We need you now at this moment.
Ursa will swing from the chandeliers because why not?
All right.
Chandeliers to pee on
There's
the
not a
side.
roof, but it's
No.
it's great.
Within the commercial, there just
Uh-huh.
magically appears a chandelier that.
Yeah, okay. I want it to be, so it will be.
Exactly.
All right, you swing from the chandelier that has appeared and can support your weight specifically. And you roll bear for me, please. What is your bear at?
Unless it's moved, it's still sitting at 3.
No. That Barracola just hasn't been able to run through your system yet.
And
I
Pa's
was
not
going to
gonna
say,
do
would he
sh-
get advantage for having just drank a Barracola?
And it's made for a polar. Okay, all right. Let's try it. One more d6.
Too good.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
Lingered on that too.
It did. It did. Trala. You're not carrying this act anyway. It's the baby bears. They're selling it. They're
Yeah, and Pon's nowhere near. He's like, this is everything I wanted and more. This is the greatest retirement ever.
I'm going to kind of slip behind everybody and just kind of duck off to the side as like one particular little bear cub that hadn't really spoken much throughout the whole thing suddenly
Huge
starts
Trala
belting
who's
out notes.
okay.
Right now
roll
I'm snow
me-
colored, thank you.
Okay, all right, you can do that for all intents and purposes. You are things. So if you're sneaking, either way, that makes it. You make it. You make it. Oberon is captivated by the cuteness of bears, and hopefully he's not plotting to take them all and put them in cages, because that's Oberon is like that apparently. You manage to get to saddle on upside there, and
I am going to break my pink bead on his head
okay.
to entrap him.
Okay, all right. You're also entrapped by the same measure.
That's okay. I'm going to bite through
Okay.
some bubbles until I can pee on his leg, and then I'm going to bite my way back out.
Okay, all right. And that is exactly what happens because the dice have been good. The dice guys have smiled on you and said you cannot dance, but you can relieve yourself.
Well, my mama always said I had a talent.
Yeah.
That was a first for me in any role-playing game.
And I think that for all intents and purposes, that is happily ever after.
We did it!
No, hold on. I can't be as energetic. Hooray!
Yes. So y'all got all the honey and treats that y'all could ever want, and you're.
And now to end on the best note ever.
Mm?
Sir Mutton Chops the Fifth says goodbye by saying so long and thanks for all the fish.
Oh, y'all were so
Well
great.
done, sir.
I didn't even. I thought about having y'all roll hats and disguises, but I was like, they're doing interesting stuff already.
I really like the Fast and the Furious entrance.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So
I'm surprised you didn't make the small panda that was the opposite of me pan. That was the given.
well, you know what? I just hadn't thought about it really. I meant to write more on it yesterday, but you know,
It worked out.
it didn't. And
You did great, Jerry. You really did.
So
good job.
that is so if I somebody who has just played thing, then any of you all play games, roll dice, you don't have to be on a stream. In fact, you might not have a heart attack like I nearly did. If y'all don't, I would advise that actually. And again, this was written by Grant Howitt, and it was great. He has a lot of other games. Maybe one day we will do Murder of the Witch or something like that, where you play her little animal pets and you have to like solve the murder or something like that. But this has been a fun little thing with just D6s. Y'all weren't too bad. I congratulate you on not having to swear. I didn't need to punish you. That was amazing. Y'all were great.
Well, you didn't give a situation where a swear was needed.
That's true.
I
Well,
guess.
I don't know. After my 30th failed roll, I did say a bad word.
the double six is kind of. I think I slipped a bit, but yeah.
Y'all were pretty good. But anyway,
Good try.
later on in about almost an hour-ish, we have the 5e Broken World with more dice other than sixes. And Monday night, the Wizards of the Coast. Yeah, Out of the Abyss. Wizards, it's I think our only print campaign.
Come to
Wizards
Middle
of the
Dual
Coast.
Poop with us.
Oh God! And then on Wednesday, another 5e Broken World homebrew Pendragon Academy, and that is also around 5.
Announcement on Pendragon Academy.
Ooh, okay.
This is my personal situation that's happening. The time may be moved back. It'll still be on Wednesdays, but I may have to run it at a later time.
Okay.
Right.
All right, then
Mhm.
that'll be that. And then also, then we're back to the original 5e homebrew Broken World. Also, a lot of other good sites or streams to watch are RPG Lab and Lore Maidens. We play a game with them on Friday. A couple of us from each show. And thank you for watching. That was scary. Scary. So happy that is over. Oh my God. And in stream.
Well, one more thing. I am going
What?
to go ahead and play the video one more time because we didn't have any viewers whenever I first played it. You worked very
Really?
hard on it.
I did work on play the video.
Alright, so here we go.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.